Hello students, today I am going to talk about the world first ever successful vaccine of Covid-19 or Corona vaccine. So that was developed by Russia, and Russia has now launched this vaccine, and therefore it is in news. So now you are watching Sciences channels and myself K. Mukesh Singh, and I am regularly updating the science video in most updated form. So let's watch it, and if you like this video, so please subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you. So let's start. So now Russia has launched world first COVID-19 vaccine, and for that the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, so he announces that Russia become the world first nations to successfully develop and registered a coronavirus vaccine or COVID-19 vaccine on Tuesday. According to agency report, Putin emphasized that the vaccine had passed all the necessary tests, and one of her daughters had taken part in the trial. She feeling well and has a high number of antibodies. This vaccine, the name of this vaccine is the GAM COVID Vac LIO. So this is the name of the vaccine. So remember it. And it is developed by the Russian Institute's Gamaleya National Research Center. So this vaccine is basically developed jointly by the Russian defense organizations and the health organizations. As per the recent update, the coronavirus vaccine has been registered on 11th August 2020, making Russia the first country in the world to register a vaccine to battle the novel coronavirus. How is the Russia vaccine made? So understand, in general, the whatever the vaccine nowadays created worldwide, so in that they take either the attenuated or dead or weakened strain of germs or virus, and they use that in the form of vaccines. In this vaccine, what is the how this vaccine is different from the others? So in this vaccine, two adenovirus strain are taken. One is the adenovirus 5 and other is the adenovirus 26, and the combination of these two viruses, so that are utilized to make these vaccines. So Russian vaccines candidate is an adenovirus based. So remember this, okay. And what I said, this vaccine is developed by a combination of adenovirus 5 and adenovirus 6. So when these vaccines given a patient, so their body respond well and develop proper amount of antibody, and therefore it is capable to induce immune response in the body. Addressing a speculation about the safety and efficiency of the vaccines, Alexander Ginsberg, director of Gamaleya National Research Centers, so he said that the coronavirus particle in the vaccine cannot harm the body as they cannot multiply. According to Sputnik news agencies, Alexander Ginsberg said the particle and object that can reproduce their own kind are the ones that are considered alive. So because here they not use the alive, and therefore they cannot multiply in the body. So the particle in question cannot multiply. Russia has been pushing hard to quickly develop coronavirus vaccines, and said earlier this month it hoped to launch mass production with the weeks and turn out several million doses per month by next year. The WHO last week urged Russia to follow established guidelines and go through all the stages necessary to develop a safe vaccine, but UK, USA and even WHO not believe on the Russian vaccine. The reason being they think that Russia not consider the exact protocol that required for creating these vaccines, and therefore last month UK, US and the Canada Security Services said a Russian hacking group had targeted various organizations involved in COVID-19 vaccine development with the likely intention of stealing information. And the UK National Cyber Security Center (NCS) said it was more than 95% certain that the group called T-29, also known as the Dukes or Koji Bear, was part of Russian intelligence services. How do you create a vaccine? What I said, vaccine harmlessly show viruses or bacteria. So if you want to develop the vaccines, okay, so you just use the dead or attenuated strain of virus or bacteria, and in the form of vaccine you should put in the normal patient, so their body immune system recognizes this virus and duplicate bacteria or dead or attenuated virus or bacteria as invaders, and therefore body once recognize it as an invader, they start responding well and learn how to fight them. And once again, when the original virus or bacteria enters or attack on your body, then already made antibody or fight mechanism so that are quite sufficient to combat that. In that way, the vaccine work and protect the patient. So then, if the body is ever exposed or for real virus or bacteria, it already know what to do, how to act, how to destroy the virus and the bacteria. What I said, because your body, by recognizing earlier duplicate or dead or weakened strain of the virus or bacteria, they made enough amount of antibody, and therefore the moment when the original or real virus or the bacteria try to invade or enters in your body, they already made antibody, so they combat that original virus or real virus. In that way they destroy it, and they know the strategy about how to do and how to act with the virus. So the main method of vaccination for decades has been to use the original virus dead or attenuated strains. And there is also work on coronavirus vaccine using newer and less tested approach called plug and play vaccine approach, because we know the genetic code of the new coronavirus SARS-CoV-2, and we have the completed blueprint for building it. The Oxford researchers have put a small section of its genetic code into a harmless virus that infects chimpanzee, and they appear to have developed a safe virus that look enough like the coronavirus to produce an immune response. Other group are using piece of raw genetic codes, either DNA or RNA, depending on the approach which one injected into the body, so it starts producing bits of viral proteins which the immune system can learn to fight. However, this approach is completely new, and therefore this vaccine definitely work in service of the mankind. And from my side, I'm likely to thank Russian and whatever the research team that are going on worldwide. So everywhere the peoples and the institutions, they are continuously giving their efforts to to develop the vaccine as soon as possible. So now in this race, right now Russia play a leading roles, and therefore we all recognizes and without mentioning the cons, things about also the pros. Okay, thank you. Bye.